Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to WeLoveMetal.com. I'm on the phone with Paul Strange of Strange Karma. How are you doing tonight, Paul?
Very well, thank you, Bill.
I just wanted to congratulate you on the new album, Volume 1. Amazing piece of work. We gave it rave reviews. Just wondering if you could tell us why it took so long to get to us.
Look, to cut a long story short, it took about 3 years to get released, and that's just a combination with, getting sort of hooked up with the wrong people, promising you certain things. Took us a little while to get out a few pickles that we had and a few issues. And finally we found somebody that was on the same page as us, and we put it out there.
Excellent. And what do you want people to think after they listen to Volume 1?
Basically, I want them to play it again.
we played it many times, so that's what people are thinking, I believe. So
That's good. I mean, the last track, hopefully, when that finishes, hopefully, people say, "Wow, let's see if we can listen to it again."
Excellent. And obviously, you're in the band with your brother, so it must make songwriting unique, does it? How does that work?
Well, look, Marty writes most of the lyrics, and we collaborate together. I think it's become very easy for us because we have been doing it for a while now, and we definitely have our own style. I think for myself, I can't speak for Marty, but I think for myself it would be hard to collaborate with somebody else. It's just because we know that we know each other so well. We know what one's about to do, if that makes sense. So it works quite well.
With that being said, though, when you have a disagreement, it must be a little more passionate.
Well, yeah, it is, and I mean, some of the band members think that we're really fighting sometimes, because it can sound like that. But yeah, I mean, look, we're very close, and we get over things very quickly. If we have a disagreement, it comes out straight away, and it's dealt with there and then, and it's over. As far as a brother relationship, I think it's great.
Excellent. We had a lot of people comment when they found out we were interviewing you, and I kind of have to bring up the elephant in the room. People want to know if you realize how much you sound like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, look, I mean, we get that. People say that a few times, and I mean, look, we've been very fortunate to have parents that had great taste in music, and we had really cool music around the house a lot. I believe influences are kind of subconscious and all that just come out naturally, and I guess some influences cut through a bit more than others, but we do have a wide range of songs, and we wanted to put that on the album as well. We wanted to show the diversity that we do have. But yeah, look, I mean, it's great to be compared to the legends,
Yeah, being compared to one of the fathers of metal is not really a bad thing, in my opinion. So.
No, it's not a bad thing at all.
And especially when someone has the voice that can match that. I mean, I think that's the biggest comparison for me, because nobody else can hit those notes. So.
Yeah, and I think that's where it kind of stems from a lot as well. But look, that's cool. I mean, everybody, we get people comparing us to bands that we haven't even listened to, which is quite interesting. So, but yeah, everybody has their own kind of opinion on that, and I think that's fantastic.
Now, I've heard a lot of good things about your live shows. What can people expect if they go to a Strange Karma show?
Look, we pride ourselves on our live shows. We really love doing them. We put across a lot of power and a lot of energy. Our shows, we have a beginning, a middle, and an ending. We try to capture the audience from the first chord we hit right the way through to the end, and leave them wanting, we want them to leave wanting more, kind of thing. So we really like to draw them in, and we have, we have ways of linking songs together, and some interesting things that people can look forward to. But basically, the energy and the power is something that we like to put out.
You guys made a very well documented trip over here in North America, mainly America. Is there any chance of that happening in the future? I think you draw some interest at this point.
Oh, look, absolutely. We really want to come out and tour. I mean, the band's ready to come out today, basically. It's just the whole thing of getting the logistics and getting everything together. We've got some great people working with us now, so hopefully that's not too far away. I don't have a concrete date at the moment to let you guys know when we are coming, but we are definitely planning to come. It's definitely in the works.
Excellent. And those great people you're talking about obviously are F&A Records, who we deal with quite a bit, so it seems to be a good relationship for you guys now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're on the same page. They believe in the record, and they see the potential. I mean, we know the potential we have when we play when we do our shows, and we get the response, and the response is very, very positive. And it's really good to see that F&A can see that same kind of potential. So it's about, getting all the bits and pieces aligned and getting us out there.
Well, right. When you think you guys are from Australia, and when you think of Australia and metal, obviously AC/DC comes up to the front of the pack. But there seems to be a huge metal movement right now. Is that what you're finding over there?
To be honest, it's the industry is actually quite dead here at the moment. A lot of the venues have now closed. There was a venue that just closed a couple of years ago. That was a really happening venue, and it's kind of, Sydney especially. I think Melbourne's a lot better. But because of the distances that you have to travel between cities, and because the cities are actually quite small compared to some of the cities in the US, you don't have very many places to play. So you can quite easily overplay a circuit, and it's just not. The industry is not what it used to be. Definitely, yeah. It's very, very difficult.
Which might be why we think it's going strong, because bands are probably reaching out, trying to go elsewhere. So.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not saying there's definitely talent here. I think the industry, I think our Australian industry basically looks to what's happening in the States and what's happening in the UK and things like that. And I think they're forgetting to look what's happening in their own backyard. And I think that's a bit sad. It shouldn't be that way, but unfortunately it is, and that's what sort of, gets us going elsewhere.
It sounds very familiar to Canada, Paul. That's the same issue we have, being the immediate neighbor to the States. We kind of start to live and breathe their style, so.
Yeah. I mean, look, as a musician, we don't like to, we don't want to follow any styles. We don't want to, we just do what we do, and we want to stay true to ourselves. So it's very difficult when you have an industry that seems to copy the trends and all that kind of stuff. It seems to make it more and more difficult.
So I wanted to ask too, other than the obvious Led Zeppelin that we talked about before, what other bands do you guys rely on for influence?
To be honest, we've listened to a lot of music. From Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Queen, Led Zeppelin. Obviously there's different vocal styles and different bands, and I think for us, for myself and Marty, the more music we listen to, the better, actually. So we try not to stick to one particular pigeonhole, one style. We like to listen to music from, all kind of genres, and that helps a lot with your own creativity, I guess.
Definitely. And with the, I can say, with the piano pieces that you guys use, I can certainly hear some Queen in there for sure.
Yeah, we've heard that as well. That's cool.
I'm just going to finish off here, Paul, with a question that we've asked pretty much everyone we've interviewed over the last couple of years, and that is, living or dead, past or present, if you could share the stage with anyone, who would it be and why?
That's a great question, actually. Look, I think we'd all get the whole band would get a kick out of, sharing the stage with Led Zeppelin. I think it would be great. We actually, play a couple of their songs sometimes as something just to pull out of the hat now and again, and I think it would be a lot of fun if we would be able to knock a few songs out with them.
Excellent. Where can people go to pick up Volume 1, Paul?
You can go to our website, which has all the links, which is www.strangekarma.net. You can go to Amazon's, or alternatively, you can go to the FNA website, which is fnarecords.net as well. You can do the Google searches. We're pretty much filtering through everywhere at the moment. So, but yeah, our website has all the links to the way you can purchase it.
And I certainly encourage everyone on my end to do the same, because it is a excellent album, and I want to congratulate you on it.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Well, thank you for doing this, Paul.
No worries. No problem at all.